Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Beyond the Purple Door. I'm Nicole Castillo, the Wellness Witch, and I'm here in studio today with an amazing guest. So, before I introduce her, if you're not following us on YouTube, please go like and subscribe. If you're not part of the Tribe of Giants, please come over to our community and invite yourself. I will get you approved to get you in. And you can follow us on Wake Up with Giants TV on Facebook page. Today, I am so excited about the guest that we have on. I have been friends with her for a really long time. I met her in South Korea. Her name is Nicole, like mine, Nicole Tietz. And she currently lives in Wisconsin with her husband, her bonus baby, and her fur babies. She is a licensed massage therapist with a passion for holistic health. She practices table massage with a fantastic team of therapists at B Massage and Bodywork, and she owns and operates Northstar Massage and Essentials, where she creates wellness products and provides chair massage for her community. Nikki also loves nature, traveling. If you guys follow her on social media, you get to see all of her amazing adventures with her family, her fur baby, and she is a healer in her community. So I am so excited to have you here today with us, Nikki, and I'd love to start the show off by you sharing what you're celebrating today.
Well, first of all, I'm just so excited to be here. This is a huge celebration for me to be joining you on this show and just seeing all of the success you've brought with that and being part of this community. I'm also celebrating my birthday this week. So another year. I'm so blessed and just celebrating my health and my business and growth throughout the years.
Yeah, I am celebrating having you on here today. I just want to acknowledge you and recognize you for how far you have come in the time that I've known you, with all of the beautiful things that you've created for yourself and for your family. We are both Aquarius girls, so our birthdays are close together, and I feel like we're just kindred spirits. When I was creating this, Ryan is also an Aquarius like us. So when I was creating this show, you're one of the people that I really wanted to have on because I'm so inspired by what it is that you are creating for yourself and your dedication to healing your community. And so when I work with clients, I do have them. And hey, for you guys in the comments, if you guys want to put what you guys are celebrating in the comments so we can celebrate with you. But when I am working with clients, you are required as a client of mine to take care of yourself. Self-care is huge. And one of the most favorite things for my clients to do is get a massage. They absolutely love the experience of it. They love being pampered and having that focus all on them. So I would like to hear what was your inspiration for becoming a licensed massage therapist?
Yeah, I love that your clients love massage so much. I love hearing that. I love watching massage become more common practice in the United States. So I was looking for a change in my life on a deeper level. I wanted to help people, but I wasn't sure exactly how I could do that. And I wanted to change my life and find my holistic health at the same time. And a friend of mine was going to massage school and she was just telling me about it. And I just jumped and I went into it. And as soon as I started doing it, I realized that this was for me. And my massage is very intuitive. So I was able to touch base with my intuition, and I was just inspired to continue going with that. So here I am.
Yeah, I love that. With working with your intuition, I think so many people have forgotten. They kind of like get the intuition like taken away from them at some point in their life. And so being able to tap back into that with doing what you do every day is really, really beautiful. Can you maybe share with our viewers why massage is so important?
Yeah, so massage has benefits for your physical, mental, and spiritual health. It's been used for thousands of years across many different cultures in history, to help with physical healing, emotional healing, for range of motion, for help with illnesses, chronic disease, things like that. So massage can be a tool to help move through that healing and to just bring better holistic wellness into your life, whether that be stress reduction or, being able to run that marathon, a billion different reasons.
Yeah, that's so I'm guessing that you have people that come to you that have had it's not just like self-care, it's for injuries, things that they've sustained, that their body has sustained injuries, right? Can you talk a little bit about the healing power of touch?
Yeah. So if we think back to when we're born, the human baby and every mammal needs touch to survive. Out of all of the senses, touch is the one that we need to survive. So we touch everything, right? While we're sitting, everything, standing, walking, everything relies on touch. And the power of human touch allows healing. When you're hurt, you rub it, right? And that creates that warmth and that healing. So the power of touch just can really help support you in healing.
Yeah, well, and also with growth, I know that just hugging someone for 20 seconds has huge health benefits. And I think that with massage, it's such an intimate way for you to experience someone else's pain, right? I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I remember my brother was hit by a car when I think he was 7, I was 8. He was playing football in the parking lot, and an old man hit him, and he couldn't hear because he was so old, and dragged my brother. And I just remember I thought that he had died. So it was very traumatic. But then also like looking down at his foot when my mom was like doing the wound care, and just like feeling that pain on my foot, even though it was his foot. So is that even close to what you do when you are touching someone, massaging their body? Can you tell if they've had an injury or maybe like something traumatic by just how their body feels?
Yeah, the difference in the tissue, there's going to be like scar tissue or fibrotic tissue buildup in that area, or the person will actually tense up when you get close to that area. So there's a lot of cues that show me that. I really work on centering and grounding myself so that I don't feel that in my own physical or emotional body. It does take some practice, and sometimes those boundaries do get crossed, but I've been pretty good at that. But yeah, the human body tells a lot just by me touching it. So
Yeah. It looks like Hugh had a question. So at the end of the massage, you feel all the negative energy that you've released from a client. And is it negative energy, or what would you say when someone comes to you and you feel like the trauma in their body and you're able to help them release it? Is it all negative energy, or?
I wouldn't say all negative. I think that when people are having that energy release, it can be tension, it can be trauma, it just can be unknown that they don't even know anything about it. I don't think that we hold on to that in our sessions. I feel like at the end of a session, there's a very positive feeling between my client and I. So even if it is a negative release, that doesn't linger. It's a very positive connection by the end of it. So
yeah, so you're like transmuting that negative energy and like helping them release it so that you both are having a positive experience, right? And from what you said, you've been able to shield yourself so that you're not absorbing that energy in. I'm guessing that would be very draining if you don't have that level of boundaries in your world, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
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 So, what is holistic therapy? I know that you talk a lot about holistic health and holistic therapy. It's one of the things that I absolutely love that you're into. How does massage connect with that? So, if you could talk a little bit about what is holistic therapy and how does massage connect with that?
Yeah. So holistic therapy, holistic wellness, it affects the physical, mental, and spiritual bodies, our full and total selves. So when we're getting a massage, our body reacts in all of those ways. We're releasing the physical tension and releasing that physical pain and allowing for more circulation of energy and of our human fluids, right? But along with that, when you're not focused on your pain and you're not holding that tension, you're allowing yourself to think clearer and to be happier and to not focus so much on your stress and tension. So I think that getting that massage can help you on all of those levels and to really bring a calmness to you.
Yeah, I think that's so important that you touch on all of the three bodies. Can you name those again?
Yeah, physical, spiritual, and mental, body, mind, soul.
Yeah, and that's actually what my tattoo is for body, mind, and soul. So I love that the triple. Uh,
Yeah.
so physical, spiritual, and the last one was mental.
Yep.
Okay. So it impacts all those areas of your health, which makes sense why massage is so popular for people that are looking for healing and relief, right? Um,
Yeah.
so who would you describe as your ideal client?
I network to a lot of people with a lot of different needs. I tend to have a firmer touch in my massage. So I also focus on that full body relaxation too. So somebody that is looking for that whole body relaxation and mental decompression, as well as focused, deep work where they need it. That would be my ideal client.
Yeah, can you explain a little bit about the difference between like when I've gone in, they've asked me if I want like a deep tissue massage or like, can you explain a little bit about that? I was not like when I went in for a massage, I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, so deep tissue massage just means that we're going to be working more focused with firmer pressure and getting deeper into the tissues and not just surface touch. So it's going to be a little bit firmer and it's going to get deeper into the tissue, deeper into the muscle. It doesn't, some therapists really use a lot of pressure and get really deep. My technique is a little different. I like to warm up the area and nurture you through that and get deeper in and release those fibrotic tissue buildups, scar tissue. And so deeper just means focused, getting deeper into the tissue.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Melissa maybe has had a deeper massage. I don't know where it's affected her menstrual cycle
Interesting.
after a massage. Yeah, that is interesting to me as well. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I wouldn't be thinking of it as like, oh, this is from my massage, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would assume that it would maybe relax your body enough to allow it to come earlier. But later, I'm not sure. I haven't heard that feedback.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, and how people's bodies react differently to massage. And I know that like aftercare for me, it's been like drinking a lot of water. Is
Mhm.
that from the toxin? Like, does massage release toxins in your body?
Yeah, so when we are working deeper into those muscles, we're allowing for circulation and breaking up that tissue. And there's going to be some mineral buildup in that area. So you're going to want to hydrate to continue to allow things to circulate. And you're going to want to hydrate so that your muscle has that fluid and hydration to stay in that relaxed state instead of tensing back up and causing further soreness post-massage.
Yeah, it looks like that relaxing. Melissa's saying that it relaxed her body so much that the tension was able to be released that was holding off her cycle, which is a really powerful.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is very in tune with her body. She's just, her intuition is phenomenal. I got to meet her a couple weekends ago in person, and I was blown away by her intuition. So, and then, yeah, so Ryan's saying it could be because of the increased blood flow, which with the circulation. Yeah, that's amazing. So I don't know if that's a result that people would want, but hey. Yeah. So what results, when people come in to meet with you, what results are people looking for in their forward to like obtaining?
So as I said, I have a variety of clients. So some of them are simply looking for just an hour to themselves to decompress from their work life, from being a stay-at-home mom with their children. You know, some people are lonely and they do want to come in and have that touch and that nurturing for an hour. I also have clients that are athletes and work out on a consistent basis. And this is also part of their, that's my dog.
Okay. He's in the vibe right now.
Yeah, he's relaxing. So I also have people that incorporate massage into their physical wellness routine, as far as, you know, they're on a regimen of working out, running, and getting massage to take care of their physical well-being. So yeah, I have quite the variety. I also have post-surgical clients. I have people that are going through cancer treatments or other aggressive therapies for their diseases and illnesses, and they come to get massage to support their healing and health during that time.
Yeah, that's one of those things. When I got my breast augmentation, it was like they set me up with all of these beautiful massages that I would go to help move, like, I think the lymph with my lymph nodes. Yeah. So it was just like amazing to be able to go and get pampered after having surgery.
I definitely agree that I enjoy more than an hour as a therapist and as a receiver.
Yeah.
90 minutes is like my favorite massage to give is a 90 minutes, because I feel like I can really give that comprehensive massage, that full head to toe massage. So I agree with that. An hour is not enough.
I didn't know that was a thing, that you could do 90 minutes. So
yeah, I do 2-hour massages as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. So do you have different like oils that you use? I know some people do rock massages, like with hot rocks. Like, do you have different modalities? Do people request stuff like that?
Yeah. So the team that I work with, we offer a variety of scented oils. We use like lavender or eucalyptus mint, a citrus blend. We also use a locally sourced ginger oil, which is really great for inflammation, and the smell is just so grounding and earthy. It's so good and warming. I also like to recommend CBD salves to my clients who have that kind of pinpointed problem area that is consistently being inflamed or causing a problem. As far as other modalities, I do cupping, and I do use hot stones, and I'm constantly learning different modalities. I do reflexology. That's another one of my favorites. I'm going in 2 weeks to learn more about the lymphatic system and lymphatic massage. So I'm looking forward to that. As far as other topicals, I do also recommend magnesium oil, which I do make and sell to my clients in my community and everybody. And that just helps to replenish our minerals that we're lacking. Majority of people are lacking in magnesium because just the quality of our soil, the way our food is grown these days, and it shows itself in a variety of ways. And it's very unique for each person. But majority of the time, I recommend it to people who are having like leg cramps or problems sleeping or waking up at night because of those leg and feet cramps, headaches, migraines. That's majority of the people that are benefiting from the magnesium oil.
Yeah, I actually got mine and tried it out. I am the girl that does legs 3 times a week, and it has been saving it has been saving me. And I would have never thought to put magnesium oil on my legs. And I love that it's just super easy. I can just spray it on. I know that we had a question from Amber before maybe we get more into the magnesium, but can you explain what cupping is? I've actually had this done, Amber, and it was pretty intense. I'm not going to lie. It was very intense. I have neurological Lyme disease. I am healing from it, but I was going to a Chinese medicine doctor. My husband he's a disabled veteran, so he does like acupuncture, cupping, and it was very intense. So they take these cups, and Nikki can maybe explain the science and everything behind it, but they actually will put it onto your body. She had me sit up, and I don't know why. I think my husband does it laying down, but she had me sit up with like a towel over my head, and it was just hot. And it was hot and really uncomfortable. Like I feel like I was pushing my self mentally to get through it. Can you maybe explain what cupping is and the science behind it?
Yeah, so cupping is just a different technique than versus using hands to release the scar tissue and create more circulation in the tissue. So instead of pushing, we're pulling, and it creates that space and breaks up the scar tissue and fibrotic tissues. And there's a lot of people use it for just I love it on my hips because my hips get really tight. A lot of people get a lot of adhesions, knots in their shoulders, and it helps to release those a little bit more and allow more circulation. A lot of people find it to be pretty intense, and they need time to recover afterwards. And I definitely recommend tons of hydrating. If you're battling any sort of cold or flu, it's going to hit you harder. It's going to go detox through your body, and you're going to feel it for a few hours afterwards. I've had quite a bit of feedback on that. So yeah, it's an interesting technique to use, and it's been used for centuries. They used to use a rock, and it was carved out rock, and they would put in just little like debris, like dried grass, and light it and then suction it onto the person. So
cool. Yeah. And I know Ryan's saying I watch a ton of UFC. So I'm like the girl that watches MMA and UFC fighting. But Ryan is saying down here, Michael Phelps doing cupping, but you can tell when people have been cupped because it will leave the marks on your body.
Yeah, like an octopus got at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy because I have my my left side is the one that's most affected by my Lyme. So like my muscles on my right side are bigger than my muscles on my left. And so she did more of the cupping on my left side than she did on my right. And I don't know how, like, she was so amazing with how she did this because I didn't get x-rays done. Like, this is just from her. She's like you. She's a healer. This is just from her feeling my body and being able to tell me, like, I didn't need an x-ray, you know? So I'm guessing that when someone comes into you, you're doing the same thing, assessing where the cups need to go. And then I don't remember, and I bruise so easy. I know it took a while for the marks to go away, but I did feel really badass because I've seen so many professional athletes that have it done. So I will say that it felt amazing afterwards. The benefits of it was totally worth it. But getting it done, I mentally had to prepare myself. with doing it. So if you haven't ever done it, it's pretty cool, the benefits of it from what I've seen. Nick says he's never done it. It might be something to explore, something to try.
Definitely.
Ryan is heavy Olympic Mo. I first figure skating last night. Now Michael Phelps references. This is Alex. He is my cousin. He is hilarious. Absolutely love all of our viewers that we have on right now. We have a really great community. So Ryan, this might be something that would interest you. I love that it's been around for so many thousands of years and that the US is like finally catching up. How long have you been doing the cupping?
About a year. So I'm pretty new at it. I've been doing massage for 5. And when I joined the team of therapists at B Massage, 2 of the therapists there are excellent with cupping and they use it all the time. So I was inspired to give it a try. About a year.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I just feel like it was something like, I feel like it's something that's newer here in the US, if that makes sense. So the fact that you just started it a year ago, like, I don't think a lot of people maybe have heard about it. And like, I've seen it on people, but I had never had it come up in a conversation. And I'm feeling really self-conscious right now because he was saying, is a hickey mouth cupping? Because I think I might have some that are. Oops. Let's see. I love how open you are to learning new things and trying new techniques. Yes, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love Nikki. She is so open to new things. Oh my gosh, the only thing I've done is butter cupping. I love my people. Okay, so on that note, talking about, let's see. So when it comes to the magnesium, can you help me maybe explain a little bit about why magnesium is important and the benefits and how often you should use it? I just got my bottle not too long ago and I'm wanting to know all of the things.
Yeah. So as I said, magnesium is a mineral that all of our bodies need to function. It will help you absorb other vitamins, such as vitamin D, which is super important for other reasons and to absorb more nutrients. And unfortunately, with the quality of our soil and the quality of the way our food is grown, it's very difficult to get naturally at this point. So we're seeing this deficiency pop up in a variety of ways for different people. And the way it came to me is a dear friend of mine told me to try it, and I did. She made me some, and I bought a book called The Magnesium Miracle, and I just fell in love with it. I think that there's different types of magnesium that you should take for different things. There's different components, but for what I do and what I saw in my clients, this topical absorption is key to helping them heal and live a pain-free life, I guess. And
So Nick is asking that he keeps hearing about magnesium and what brand is best. Well, and that's where Nikki is so wonderful. So not only is she doing massage, but she has now created Northstar massage and essentials. And so with the essentials, what brand is best, I can tell you, Mr. T. Smith, is the Northstar massage and essentials brand. And Nikki, I believe that you have created this yourself, correct?
Yeah, I have a bottle here. I can send you a bottle, Nicholas. This magnesium oil spray I make and bottle and label all right here. So I use high quality magnesium flakes and purified water and lots of love and intention into each and every bottle and each and every batch that I make. I call it Reiki infused. I am Reiki certified, but I don't advertise that too much, I guess.
You can advertise it here. We have Reiki healers in our tribe. So Teresa is one. I had Sarita on. Sarita is one. So I love that it is Reiki infused. And I love that you're declaring that here for this tribe, because you are among your people. Reiki healers.
Yeah, I feel like I infuse everything with Reiki now. I feel like for me, it's an intention, and that's how I use it, even with massage. So yeah, so Northstar Essentials Magnesium Oil Spray. As far as how many times and how do you use it, I would say you start with your feet at night. You can spritz it over your legs, your stomach, your armpits. You just want to get it to absorb transdermally. And I prefer at night as part of my going to bed routine. And it does help. It can help with sleep and focus. So I think nighttime is a good time. I would say daily. If not, then 3 to 5 times a week, if that's part of your routine. But being consistent with it and at least doing that 3 to 5 times a week, you'll get the most benefit.
Okay, I'm going to put that up here in the banner so that people will remember 3 to 4 times a week before bed. And tell me about, so how did Northstar Essentials and Northstar Massage and Essentials come about?
So I started making salts first, actually, salt blends for baths, salt soaks. I started making them for family members as little gifts, and I wanted to support their self-care because I noticed a lot of the new moms and in my family weren't taking the time for themselves, and I just thought that would be a really nice thing. I also, throughout my massage career, have always encouraged people to take salt baths after their massage to prevent that soreness and to continue hydrating their bodies afterwards and replenishing the minerals that have been lost over time and from the massage. So I started coming up with my own salt blends. The first one I came up with is the Goddess Blend. And that one was geared towards the women in my lives, obviously, that are amazing goddesses, but that were having hormonal imbalances or needed that extra self-care during their menstrual cycles, or women that had just given birth. It's a really great support for them afterwards too. The other one I make is tension relief, and that one's more geared towards people who work out a lot or just need that extra boost after getting their massage, extra relief after getting their massage. So
I love that. So I love that you're talking about the benefits of, I love the creativity and the initiative. Yes, Nikki is very creative and does have a lot of initiative. And with the products that she has created, they are beautiful and they're amazing. I have been lucky enough to try them. And salt baths are so important. I don't think that people understand the importance of it. So I love that you've touched on why it's important. Doesn't soaking in a tub dehydrate you? Why would you do that during? We would do that during wrestling and lose weight. I'm curious for how long so I would have questions about the bath that you're taking and how long. I know when I recommend baths to my clients or people that I love, it's a 21-minute bath. So I don't know how long you were in a bath for and what was in it.
Yeah, I feel like the heat of the bath, if you're going to be taking a hot bath, that can help you to sweat out some things, right? So I think if you're taking like a hot 20-minute bath, no matter what, you're going to want to be drinking a lot of water to replenish that. So I think possibly that's where that would come from.
Yeah. And then also, because I know a lot of athletes, they will do cold baths, and there's been a lot of, I will ask clients to do like cold showers to help with releasing toxins in your body. And there's a lot of benefits from taking cold showers. So I guess it would depend on like the temperature of the water. I know athletes do the cold soaks. Yeah, so 30 to 60 minutes sounds like a long time to be in a bath, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I dated a wrestler through high school. He was like all state, I want to say 2 times. And the things that wrestlers have to do to make weight is insane. Running with, the garbage bags, running with garbage bags, eating only saltine crackers, bulimia, just like a lot of things that I saw in the wrestling world when I was in high school. Obviously, the guy that I was with was a heavyweight, so he didn't have to watch his weight. But the things that wrestlers do, I'm gonna have to have. So Ryan says he'll buy a bottle, but the things that wrestlers do with their bodies, I'm gonna probably have one on just to kind of hear what drives them to.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. And also maybe leave him over to Nikki for some magnesium oil and some salt baths for self-care after.
Yeah, I lean more towards supporting my nutrition and my mental health than in my challenges than starving myself or hurting my body. So
yeah, well, I've had 2 guys on that have boxed so far. Gerald Jones, he's like 52 and he boxes, and then I had John Brooks on, and also boxers. And I'm having boxers on in 2 weeks from today. I'll have another boxing gym on, but it's interesting to hear the different mindsets that people have with different sports. And with boxing, I'm finding it's like they like to punish themselves. Like,
yeah,
it's insane. Will massage help tighten or loosen skin? That's
with skin, we're kind of, when you stimulate the skin, you can encourage collagen production. With lymphatic massage, you're moving that lymphatic, that lymphedema, that swelling, that buildup of fluid. So it can actually tighten, I guess, and give you the appearance of being tighter. Because if you think about something that's super swollen, a foot perhaps, and you're moving that lymph and you're reducing that swelling, it's going to tighten up. So,
I love that.
As far as like anti-aging and making you look 10 years younger, I would be a billionaire probably if I could do that. So.
Well, my guest next week, we'll be touching on that next week with my guest, Brandy Tafoya. So she'll be on talking about that. But yeah, so one of the things that you touched on was nutrition. So what outer nutrition or nutrition best supports your clients with obtaining results?
As far as nutrition, if somebody's open to communicating about that with me, I definitely just encourage them to supplement with vitamin D, omegas. Omegas are huge at helping to fight inflammation in the body. And definitely just staying hydrated with electrolytes and eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, things like that.
I'm just putting that up here in the banner. Vitamin D is really important, which is why obviously you picked the magnesium oil as your first topical oil to use, right? I also know that when I was experiencing COVID, I was upping my vitamin D levels, being outside as a way to do that. But like, I have people in my family that have very low vitamin D, and the side effects of low vitamin D are like they're not good. It's not great, like depression.
Yeah.
And just,
we go through that a lot here in Wisconsin, in central Wisconsin. It's we only get enough sun like 30% or something of the year. So with that, I always recommend people are getting their vitamin D and supporting themselves through our long winter months to prevent or reduce those seasonal affective disorders and depressions. I think massage can also be a huge benefit for that seasonal depression too. Just that nurturing power of touch and getting the endorphins flowing so you're able to relax. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And Hugh is asking, which part of the body do you get the most requests for?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I get a ton of shoulder and neck work, and a lot of low back. And another fun thing I can touch on is I notice trends in the collective. So 1 week I will get everybody's jaws are tight. The next week everybody's got low back issues. The next week people are complaining about their feet. It really happens a lot. And I think that's a really fun way. And then I try to look at the bigger picture and see what's going on in the world to see what is bringing these tensions to these people. Why is everybody holding their jaw? I like to follow Louise Hay, How to Heal Your Body, I think.
I think it's either How to Heal Your Life or How to Heal Your Body. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm inspired by her work, and another book, The Body Keeps Score. So we hold trauma and tension in our bodies in regards to what we're thinking, right? So if we're biting our tongues all the time and we're, holding this tension in our face and not speaking, we're going to have this tension all right here. And I noticed that people who have a lot of weight on their shoulders for work and their family, they have a lot of tension in their shoulders and neck. People who are feeling a lack of abundance financially have a lot of problems in their low backs and hips. So it's interesting to watch the collective.
This is like my jam. I love hearing about this and how Ryan says, well, that explains a lot. It really does. And that's with working with clients. For me, obviously I'm not touching them, but having them mentally check in their body where the pain is at, and then looking at, well, what's going on in your world.
And also I like to look up affirmations that Louise Hay, she has like this encyclopedia of affirmations, and you can kind of create your own. That's just a reference. But if you're having that pain in that area, think about, that weight of the world on your shoulders. I release the weight, having that affirmation, or I do mirror mantras. I write on the mirror. I try to every week a different affirmation so that I can remind myself to let that go. So I'm not causing tension and pain in my body as a result of an emotional or mental block.
This is so powerful. These are things people can do just at home to support them with releasing tension in their body. I love that. I had a question. What was my question? So with COVID happening and the impact on your business, is this something that you would, with affirmations and helping people release, is this something that you would give to people to work on outside of massage, or how did that work?
Yeah, if my client is open to topics like that, I'll either just lightly bring it up, or I will recommend researching on their own.
That
I haven't really gotten to a point where I'm prescribing that necessarily as self-care. It just depends on my individual client and what they're open to.
Yes, I love that, because when you're trying to give something to someone who's not open to it, it's not well received. And
Correct.
So I love that you already are aware of that when it comes to working with clients. It looks like we did have this from Hugh, constantly sucking on my tongue. Any suggestions? I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, I suppose when you realize that you're doing it, pay attention, do that like body scan. What am I thinking about? What am I worried about? What's going on in my surroundings? What else is going on in my body? And just try to release that. Drink some water, do something else with that part of your body, to try to release whatever is going on and try to find that. Yeah. And shoulders, just, that's a huge one. Just taking a deep breath and just like letting your shoulders fall from your ears. Everybody's wearing their shoulders as earrings all the time. It's good to just like let that go, and just checking in with yourself a lot will help.
Yeah. Neck. I always ask with clients, well, who's giving you pain in your neck? Like, who is the pain in your neck? Right?
Yeah.
And this, Brian says, better than your thumb heel, which is funny because I sucked my thumb probably till I was 7.
Oh, okay.
My parents, they had to do very traumatic things to me to make me stop, because it was my comfort. So that's so funny that Ryan brought that up. Okay, so I'm curious. I know we're getting down to our last 15 minutes. Let's see, we've got, not really. I have to use my tongue a lot and it gets very sore. Okay, so what impact are you creating in your community? I've seen you're up to some big things, out and about, posting on social media what you're doing. So if you could share with us what impact you're creating in your community.
Yeah. So I have been doing chair massage. I think we forgot to touch on that earlier. And I work with healthcare workers in my community. And I just go in and give them 10-minute neck, shoulder, low back, mid back massages. And that helps them get through their day and release that tension. So I think that that is making a huge impact on their individual lives and on mine. And I'm also my products are in 4 different locations now as of this month. So that's huge. Last year I had this stash of products and trying to sell them online, wasn't really sure where to go. So I've really grown in that aspect of getting out there in my immediate community and providing these wellness products for them. So that's huge. And being a part of Be Massage is huge. The therapist that owns it, she's very established in the community and has a ton of great connections, and she's a powerful being. So being with her is helping the entire community, all of us. It's great.
Yeah, congratulations on that. I'm curious, with the chair massage that you're doing for the healthcare workers in your area, what's their collective thing that you've seen from them? Do you know?
Yeah, neck, shoulders, headaches for sure. Thankfully, there's been a few that will see me for table massage outside of that, but they're stressed. They're very stressed. They're working long hours, and I'm just grateful to be there to support them and encourage them to take that self-care. And the team that's allowing me in there and scheduling and putting in all that hard work to make sure that I'm there and that these people are getting signed up and holding them accountable to come to their appointments. It's just a beautiful cycle for them. So
yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful service that you provide to them with how much they do for us. And I love that they are taking on that holistic, having been navigating the Western medicine world. It's very awesome when you have people in that world that can embrace the holistic side of health as well.
Yeah. It's been really neat to see over even just the short period that I've been doing massage, the integration between what I do and the healthcare system in America. So yeah, it's good to see that growth.
Yes, I agree. Who are your bigger clientele, physical workers or mental workers? So I'm thinking physical workers, I'm guessing that would be someone like a nurse or a CNA, or mental health, which would be like a psychologist, therapist.
Yeah, so I work with the hospital system. So I'm working with nurses who are on the floor, nurses, doctors, surgeons. It's not, it's all physical.
Yeah. Well, and I know they have mental stuff too, but like their physical bodies, being a nurse and having to lift people in and out of beds, it's very, I was CNA for a while. So it's a very physical job and definitely takes a toll on your back when you're lifting patients. And I'm sure with the mental strains of what they're dealing with too. And I love this comment from Amber that says self-care feels so unnatural to some, but do it. Yes. And
you deserve it. Yes. Everybody deserves self-care. And it's so important.
It really is. It's one of the reasons I went into coaching is to support people with self-care. I was so terrible at it. I was the worst at taking care of myself. And I just noticed that my family was not getting a happy, healthy person in the household. I'm here, trying to run everything and do everything. And I'm coming from a space of stressed out, chronic pain, chronic illness. Every year around Thanksgiving, I would just get sick. And it took me out of being able to take care of my family for weeks at a time. And so it wasn't benefiting my family. It wasn't benefiting me. It is very not selfish. It's something that if everyone just focused on taking care of themselves, it would make a huge impact on the rest of the world. So I love that you are a stand for people in their self-care, Nikki. What you're doing is so powerful, so needed. And I'm affirming that through this podcast and this movement that people will be more self-loving and investing in self-care. A 21-minute salt bath, right? With your goddess friend. Like you don't even have to leave your house. You might have to, like I have clients who they have children that are knocking at the door and it's like, just ask your spouse, hey, go hang out with the kids or go make dinner so that I can do my 21-minute bath. And it's okay to ask for that. It's okay to say, hey, it'd be really great tonight is if, you took the kids and made dinner or did the dishes so that I can enjoy a bath by myself. And in return, I will rub some magnesium oil on your feet before we go to bed, right?
Yes.
That's one of the things I do for my husband is massage his feet. We have got the thermal guns, like the massage guns, but I don't think that it's even close to the same experience. So
right. I agree.
Yeah. When I've tried to use it on my shoulder with the bad knots that I've gotten, I have not seen results from it. Where if I go sit with a therapist for, even 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to have a chiropractor on in a couple weeks. And he just 5 minutes of working on my shoulder was way better than using the massage gun. So
yeah. That human connection really makes a difference.
It totally does. He has been doing a lot of lip cupping on you. Yes. I'm like now, like I should have wore a turtleneck today, but I massage his feet. So
yeah.
I don't know. The awesome magnesium oil that you are creating. So I would love for you to share. First of all, if there's anything else that you haven't touched on, we're down to maybe the last 7-8 minutes. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about today?
I don't think so. I think we got pretty deep in there. Is there any questions? Any more questions?
It looks like he was asking manual labor or mind labor work when it comes to your clients. And I think you said manual labor. So I think that Nikki did answer that one. My question is, how can people find you? How can people get in contact with you? I know that with Facebook, if you're in Wisconsin, in Nikki's area, they would possibly be able to book like a table session with you or a chair session with you, right? But if they're not in your area, it looks like we have you here with on Facebook with Northstar Massage and Essentials. Is that a Facebook page?
Yeah, that's my business page, Northstar Massage and Essentials. And that's kind of just my resource for the products and advertising chair massage. I'll be at an event in Stevens Point, a metaphysical fair on March 27th. So I'll be advertising that. I'm always open to traveling. But unfortunately, I'm only licensed in Wisconsin to do massage. So yeah, that's a good source. You can also add me on Facebook on my personal page. It's Nikki Tietz. And I just started a TikTok. So that's been a fun learning experience.
Yeah, let me get your TikTok and throw that up there. There it is. I've actually been watching them. It's been really fun to watch your adventures of watching you grow. From, let's see, I'm going to have to type it in here. It's been really fun watching you grow and seeing the things that, like the new shops that you're going into, or you guys out snowshoeing, like in your
Yeah.
you guys go on.
Yeah, for me, that's part of my mental and spiritual and physical holistic health care is getting outside and exercising. It's really grounding for me and beneficial for me completely. So I'm a big advocate of getting outside.
Yeah, I think we could do a whole nother show on just like the healing benefits of nature and getting out into your whatever. I know some people here like live in New Jersey. I don't know how many open spaces they have, but even just getting out into a park and experiencing some mother nature. But I absolutely love seeing the adventures that you go on and the new things that you try. So polar bear plunge. I don't know about polar bear plunge. Have you done that before?
I have not. This year, I'm getting so acclimated to this cold weather, though, because my dog refuses to take a day off of going outside, and we've had negative temperatures for like a month. So I do walk outside barefoot in the snow for a few minutes, but I've never jumped in cold water. I did once 2 years ago, but it was not necessarily a polar plunge.
Nick knowledge. I think referring to Nick. Nick's done that before, and it's not that I'm opposed to it. I just, yeah, with my Lyme disease, like the cold is so debilitating for because I got nerve damage and all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm always like, I always feel like I'm already water, but I've done cold showers. So maybe one day I'll get brave enough, Hugh.
Yeah, you'll have to study Wim Hof. He's the polar plunge master.
Okay, see, I don't even know. It hasn't interested me to even find out. So if Nikki and I ever do this, maybe we haven't seen each other since we were in South Korea, like in 2010, 2011. So if we ever get together again, Hugh, maybe that will be a thing that we can do together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
be a
I'm
challenge.
brave enough. Do it, Yuma. It's not that cold. Yeah, Yuma, I'm guessing, is going to be really warm. I could do like not a salt bath, like an ice bath, and then just get out and be able to lay in the hot sand in Yuma. I mean, maybe as a possibility. All right. So we have here your Etsy shop. So we've got Nikki's Etsy shop here that you can go to. You guys can also go to her business page at Northstar Massage and Essentials. You can find her at TikTok. And with that, I want to thank Nikki so much for being on the show. When I was creating the show, like I said, you were a guest that I had at the top of my list. So I'm so inspired by you and what it is that you're creating in our world. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be a guest. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And I totally forgot. So let's do our three tips for the 3 action steps for the week, if we can do action steps.
Yeah. So my first one would be to feed your body with food and beverages that support you holistically. So be mindful of inflammatory causing foods and beverages. Make sure you're getting the full nutrients so that your mental health is okay, your body feels good, and your emotional health is good.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one, make time for self-care. I know that's hard for a lot of people, but even if you just take a 10-minute walk, 10 minutes to read to yourself, that 21-minute bath, book a massage, do anything you can to make time for your self-care because you deserve it.
Love it. I'm getting chills. Okay. What's our last action step for today?
Last one. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but just checking in with yourself, doing that body scan throughout the day and seeing where you're holding that tension in your body. If it is in your shoulders and you're clenching, if you're hunched over, if you're not taking full deep breaths, just checking in with your body and seeing how you're doing, and then breathing through it and releasing that tension will really help get you through the week and help you with muscle tension.
I love these. Okay. So I'm going to go over, you guys, and I'll add these into a tribe of giants, and I'll tag Nikki in it so we can go over and support you guys with whatever it is that you're needing support with. Thank you, Hugh, for being here. I hope that means much. Well, I like much live too, but much love to you, Hugh. And with that, we will close out with the tools, support, and accountability you need to live your happiest, healthiest life is beyond the purple door. Will you open it? Love you guys.
Thank you.